On this edition of the Center of It All, a new day is dawning for the Penn State basketball program with the hiring of a new head coach. Will the high price of gas rain on your summer vacation? We'll check in with one local travel agency to gauge their expectations. And Mel is back with a kitchen encounter perfect for Father's Day or any occasion. And the boys from the Electric Playground are back with the latest in electronics. Coming up next on the Center of It All. Penn State introduced new men's basketball coach Pat Chambers recently, and Jed Donahue tells us that with the dawning of a new era comes a new attitude.
Penn State looks to 40-year-old Pat Chambers to energize their men's basketball program and make them a perennial Big Ten powerhouse. Chambers from Newtown Square in suburban Philadelphia was an assistant at Villanova for 5 years, helping to turn the Wildcats back into a national contender before going to Boston University for the past 2 seasons. Athletic Director Tim Curley scoffs at critics who say the administration is not committed to their men's basketball program and is confident that Chambers can take the program to the next level.
Well, we're absolutely confident that he can do that. We know that he has certainly the northeastern roots, and now being up in Boston, he's got the New England area covered as well, and I think he'll put a staff together that continues to allow us to recruit nationally. We're a national school, we have a national brand, and we're able to get into homes because of that, and we're going to take advantage of that, and I know he'll certainly focus on the Northeast, but then he'll branch out and find the best student athletes possible.
University President Dr. Graham Spanier says Penn State is very committed to their men's basketball program.
We're very committed to basketball here. We haven't always had the success that we've been hoping for. We've had moments of it. And I think with the hiring of Patrick Chambers, he's committed to not only having success but sustaining it. And he'll have the unconditional support of the university administration and the athletic administration.
Spanier also believes Penn State has the right man in Chambers.
There were some outstanding coaches out there who were interested in this position that we turned away from because we looked at their records on the academic side and on the compliance side. We said that's not a good match for us. With Patrick Chambers, we found someone who's been very successful on the court, but also has a history of being committed to the values we have at Penn State. Success with honor, compliance, a strong emphasis on academics.
Chambers says the Penn State opportunity is a dream come true and embraces the deep football tradition built by Joe Paterno as a way to build a national contender.
I think football definitely helps you. They bring 107? What is it, 107,000 people here. Of course that's going to help you. It's going to help with recruiting. And I'm going to tap into the assistants where they have their relationships. Maybe they know somebody on a basketball team who's good where they recruit. We can really start having some synergy. It could really work out. I think we need football. I think it's great. Look at Villanova. They're trying to get football to help their program. We already have it. You know, I look at Billy Donovan. I'm not comparing ourselves to Billy Donovan, and I'm not saying we're going to win 2 national championships, but Florida football was huge. But now you know there's a basketball program. That's what I want to do.
Former coach Bruce Parkhill ushered Penn State into the Big Ten era 18 years ago and says the program is not as far away as you think from being an NCAA tournament regular.
What needs to happen is you need to get things in place as a staff, you know, to get the program in a position where if everything goes right, you can get to the tournament. For example, Eddie did that his 5th year, and then Gary Claxton goes down, and they did well to win 15 games, but that was an NCAA tournament team. So that's what has to happen here. You know, if Claxton doesn't go down, they're in the tournament that year, maybe the next year, the year they won the NIT, and this year. And all of a sudden, now what's that, 3 out of 4 years? And that one injury, I think, was a huge factor in that not happening. So it can happen, but you have to have a little luck, too.
Parkhill also thinks Chambers can recruit well despite Penn State's tough academic standards.
You know, there are enough guys out there who can play, who have the grades and can make it here. It narrows the pool, but there's still enough where you can get it done.
Longtime Nittany Lions broadcaster Steve Jones says Penn State has hit a home run with the hiring of Chambers.
He fits in perfectly with what's going on here at Penn State. I mean, this is exactly the kind of attitude and charismatic attitude that you need to carry out there. You have to be charismatic in terms of your ability to recruit, charismatic in your ability in order to sell, and then charismatic to get people into the building. He appears to have all of that and the background to go with it. This is an exciting hire. I think it's the kind of hire that is not just a 4 or 5 year window. This is going to be a long-term fit here at Penn State, in my opinion.
And finally, we asked Chambers what's his biggest challenge right now.
I got to go out and see the players. Got to go out and see the players. Got to develop a relationship with them. Next would be hire staff. Go out and get a great staff. One that's cohesive, one that I trust, one that's loyal. That's crucial. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe it doesn't get out in the media, but if all your guys aren't on the same page, it really could rip apart a program.
For the center of it all, I'm Judd Donahue.
Perhaps Pat Chambers can provide those long-suffering Nittany Lion basketball fans with the consistent success they have been longing for. Coming up, Mel's cooking up an amazing salmon dish, but next we'll check in with the folks from AAA Travel to see how these high gas prices will impact your summer vacation when the center of it all returns.